head. You ever broke down a 223 with your bare hands? Aim an AK, shoot black Ronalds at beer cans. That's right, bro. You ain't never ever lived that life, bro. I'm psycho. Aiming at your face with a knife, bro. Fight, bro. You the type of nigga I don't like, bro. Psycho. I don't give a fuck where it might go. I used to ride the bus with the handicap. Pistol on my side 5 looking like a fanny pack. I ain't trying to hide, I'ma fight like a manny pack. If shit wanna ride, gotta high off his fanny pack. She ain't coming back, you won't get her back. You gon' call the cops before you call her get a gat. I'ma clear the block, I'ma let it clap. It's the coalition, you know where the fuck
my actions always prove why words mean nothing. Lift up that nickel 9 beam, press the button.
Wow, come on.
With a lover's at. You already know where the fuck we at. Standing, gripping the cannon. This generation broke all the Biggie Smalls and crack commandments. Style shot not fuck with RC slapper. Hit your ass with that blocker. Can't do me not that.
Blocker. We get into the grown folk in a second. I just want to get a little ratchet. I felt like I want to hear some MOP.
This ain't about the size of your circle. It's the loyalty that's in us. Stay out the way, don't be another statistic.
Wow. Good morning.
Wait, they letting shooters in the booth again? Let's call it gentrification. Is it moving in? Whackness dripping pictures from the pen with that ish with no conviction in the end. Hold up. I guess I gotta take them to school again.
A little ratchet. A little Murder Boy music, man. You know what I'm saying? A little early morning MOP music before I go off into my grown folk day party music, man, this morning. I was in Staten Island yesterday hanging out. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan over in Stapleton yesterday, man. It's wild out there, man. Sometime I get there and I just want to get it early. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good morning, Will. Good morning, everybody. Grown Folk Tuesday. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it popping this morning. Unction in the building. Yeah, ready to start? Let's start it off like this. Good morning, everybody. Let's get up and get running. This morning. Let's go. I'm here, y'all. Now we was getting early this morning. Come on, I was up just that. You know, I listen to MOP. You know that gets me popping in the morning. Like I got stuff that y'all don't got though. You know what I'm saying? That was Murder Boys. Y'all can look it up on YouTube. That was Murder Boy joint. I think maybe one of these mornings I'm gonna have an all MOP classics morning stuff songs. Like I'll go back and I'll do a show like that one day. I'll get like unreleased joints that y'all don't know nothing about, and we'll have that moment. You know what I'm saying? I think that's good. We'll do that. Good morning, everybody. Let's go, y'all. I love y'all. Unction in the building. Let's go. Day Party Tuesday. Let's go, man. So let me give you the understanding behind. I'm gonna get the understanding behind Day Party Tuesday. So you know when we do MOP shows, I listen to. This is what we listen to backstage. When we backstage, so I'll make this mixtape, and that's how we kind of like get ready to do what we do before our shows and all that. And so like we're listening to this kind of, you know, we call it block party music, you know, like because it reminds us of back in the days when we was on the block parties in Brooklyn and, you know, Lincoln Terrace Park, Prospect Plazas, all that, Bessie Head Park. And we will be out there and we'll be rocking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like for real, like that's how that was our OG music. This is OG music for us. You know what I'm saying? Like when we do it like this. It was like straight OG music, man. Like, well, not this one. This not this song, but straight OG music, man. It's crazy. Like, it's great, man. You know what I'm saying? It's grooving, you know, like that was our energy, man, back in the days, man. Like that, you know, like grown folk music, man. Like, you know, we was out here chilling back in Brownsville. Like we used to rock like this. Let's go, y'all. Come on. So that's how we used to do it back in the days, you know what I'm saying? And all the OGs be out, you know, drinking their Millers. You know what I'm saying? DJs be out there rocking, parties be going. Y'all want to know what Brownsville was really like? That was old school Brownsville, man. That's Brownsville. In case y'all didn't know. Y'all may not know that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta help you out of what it was really about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know. It was hood, but but we used to be bumping. Like we used to bump, man. It used to bump, man. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? We used to get it popping back in the days in Brownsville, man. We used to be like, man, come on, man. Y'all don't even understand, man. Like that's what we used to do back in the days. And they would bring the speakers out, everybody be out there, be chilling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJs be spinning and shit, the mic, the kids be playing. Brownsville was a tough neighborhood, but it wasn't always, we just gonna everybody. Y'all got it to where y'all think we just get up and go outside and just start shooting people. Like, hello, good morning. How are you? We start. I mean, that happened. You know what I'm saying? It went down, but it wasn't like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Nice to see you. I just want to shoot at you. Good morning, everybody. Ux in the building. Let's go, y'all. I'm just gonna shoot at you. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Nah, it wasn't like that, bro. We had love. We had love in my hood. We had love in my hood. Let's go. We had love in the hood. Yeah, we got a bad rap, man. We got a bad rap in the Ville. They fixed up my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Now, y'all remember me. I put up the Hill As Real sign in the back of the building. If you see the hardcore video, I put that big sign up called the Hill As Real. I wanted the world to remember us because I felt like they wasn't going to remember us, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to take credit for something, I want to take credit along with Bill and Fame for bringing the Hill to the world. You know what I'm saying? The Hill of Brownsville. Good morning, everybody. Ux in the building. Yeah. Grown Folk Tuesday. It's a day party. Let's go. I know we're doing. Welcome to the day party, y'all. And we won't do. We now. Hey, what up, y'all? We won't let go. And yeah. Yo, get your Miller, get your 40 ounce, your Ballantine Ale. You at the park chilling. You got your tennis suit on. You got your Stan Smith Adidas on. Let's go. Let's go. Shell toes out. You got your name chain on, your name ring, name buckle. Kango, Spitfire, Tropic Cap. You know what it is. BVDs, you know what it is. You got your BVDs on. You know you Brooklyn. Come on, Brooklyn. Come on, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, shook up the world. Let's go, y'all. Come on. I love Brooklyn. I love my Brownsville. I love it. We out here chilling. Just in your mind, just think about it. We out here chilling. I'll bring you back to Brownsville. We on the corner. We by the payphone. We chilling by the payphone. You know what I'm saying? You know, we chilling by the. We had payphones back then. Kids out there playing stickball on the corner. Put the S on the thing. Throw the rock. Boom. You know very well. Wow. Rest in peace, M2 Let me bring y'all back to my neighborhood. Show y'all what it's like. This is day party in Brooklyn. You rocking a Cadillac 98, Oldsmobile 98. You might have got yourself a 190E or something. You back then. Yeah. Hey, come on, baby. If that bring back a memory for you, I just want y'all to know, man. Yeah, you're in the game room. We're in the game room. Girls in the game room. Taste you in my mind and spread you Shout out to the game room. I don't want to name too many names, but shout out to everybody on the hill. Because, the problem with naming names is if you leave somebody out, they would feel insulted. So I don't want to insult nobody. But I just wanted to let you know, man, that's an experience. And if y'all know Scuba Lays, y'all know we was out there. All right, come on, let's go. Yeah, we chilling in the arcade room. I'm telling you, we just play in there. We just be in the game room. Come on now.
Would you meet me on the roof tonight?
This is a day party day. Grown Folk Tuesday. We grown today. All the gangsters out today. All the gangsters out today. What up, baby? What up, yo? Come on, baby. What's up? Scuba Lays, I see you. What up, homie? All right. Yeah. What are you running for? Yeah, we had a lot of vacant lots back in the days. They built all that up. They built that all them vacant lots back in the days. Unfortunately, you go by, you smell something. It smell like a dead body back there, but rest in peace.
Got me so excited, baby. A feeling I've been holding back so long.
We on the block, they chilling though. Everybody chilling on daytime. It go down at night. Sometimes broad daylight, but for the most part, everybody chilling. I'm about to bug y'all out. Little Coco Livio, kids playing Coco Livio out in the street. Out in the game, they run around. That's what the kids used to run around. You know what I'm saying? Those are those days, man. Come on. Grown Folk Tuesdays, day party. Let's work. Come on. You want me to take y'all back? Uncle, take you back. Let's go, y'all. Let me take y'all back to my neighborhood. Let's go, y'all. Brownsville, stand up. Now, y'all hear all this stuff about it, and then we get a bad rep. But let me explain something to you. Growing up in Brownsville wasn't that bad. Let's go.
Meet me on the roof.
We at the block party right now. Let's go, y'all. Come on. April Leon, good morning. You know what time it is, April. Shout out to Rugged Never Smooth video, IS55. If you look at the video, you see a lot of OGs in that video that ain't here no more. Rest in peace. Let's go, y'all. I remember us growing up together, so you know what? Y'all fresh in my mind every day. I remember us growing up. So as I think back in my mental mind, or I may think about y'all, I remember the faces, the look, the mannerisms, how we grew up together. Come on, man. Salute, Brownsville. Let's go.
Girl, you're looking sweeter now.
We off to the Chinese restaurant to get a little 4 wings, fried rice. Listen, we know it ain't good for us, but back then it tasted good. Let's go, y'all.
You like my mind.
That's when the Heroes turkey and cheese cost $2.50. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
You blow my mind. I'm satisfied. So let's go.
Yes, OG Flipper the Ripper. Puma. Hey, Puma. We love Flipper the Ripper. Flipper's one of ours. We got Flipper the Ripper for life. That's one of ours right there, Ripper dude. We love you, Flip. We love you, Flip. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Yeah, man. If y'all don't understand what Brownsville was like, let me bring y'all back. So the way I'm telling the story is because back in the day, like when we do our MOP shows, I play backstage. So let me explain how it works. So it's never like it's my backstage is more of a party than the show. So I set my turntables up or big system up backstage, and we'll be back there playing music. And this is the music that we play backstage. So by the time we get to the stage, we all partied up and we ready to get it popping. That's why MOP shows be so crazy. Shout them out one time for your man Unction in the building. Good morning, everybody. Grown Folk Tuesday. Let's go. Representing Brooklyn, New York. Let's go. I went to IS 55. That's how we did it. Yeah, we had trouble in our neighborhood, but we had a lot of love in our neighborhood, though. A lot of love, a lot of love. Brooklyn, stand up. Let's go, Brooklyn. Come on.
I'm calling all you party people. Come on, get up and dig that funk I have for you. I have a that is right around the nation.
What y'all know about that 5:47 in the morning, Unction in the building? Twitch, Twitter, y'all know what it is. Let's go. Say people like me.
People like you.
Absolutely, Mr. Chandler. Dean Chandler. And my principal was Percy Jenkins. I graduated valedictorian. Shaolin Monk, what up, baby? Good morning. Speaking of Shaolin, I was out in Shaolin Island yesterday, out in Staten Island. Shout out to Staten Island yesterday, y'all. Stapleton houses. It reminded me of Brownsville, so I was out in Stapleton yesterday. Shout out to PS 78. I was out there yesterday, representing yesterday, showing love out there in Shaolin. Let's go, y'all. If you from the hood and you really from the hood, you understand the value of this music right here.
This funk is like an extra strength pain reliever. I make it feel better than you ever did before.
Shout out to everybody from Brownsville, man. Brownsville's real, man. Thank you very much, man. This is Grown Folk Tuesday, Unction in the building. What's up, y'all? Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. If you ever rode in the Park Avenue Oldsmobile 98, if you ever rode in the Cadillac DeVille, if you ever was cruising down the hill in a Coupe DeVille, y'all know what this is. You might have been too young. There wasn't no car seats back then. Yeah, if you ever rode in a cab and there was a seat in the back seat that faced you, you might have been from Brownsville. Woo! If you ever called Black Pearl or White Top taxis, then you might be from Brownsville. Brooklyn, stand up. Let's go. Wow. PS 178. Oh, yeah. 178 Park. We used to get it in 178 Park. Let's go. What y'all know about that? What do you know about 178 Park? Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Unction in the building. Let's work. Believe in things you don't understand. Brooklyn, stand up. Grown Folks Tuesdays. Yeah, Black Pearl. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, we going live today. We going hard today, man. We represent Brooklyn, New York, real quick. We in Brooklyn, y'all. Let's go. Messy Head Park. Let's go. Lincoln Terrace. What y'all know about Lincoln Terrace Park? Shout to Cephalo Projects. Shout to Howard Houses. Come on, we gonna rep Brownsville today. Shout to Sally Mathis, Marcus Garvey. What up, y'all? Let's go. If you ever lived in a project in Brownsville houses, put where you came from. If you from Brownsville, East New York, put where you came from. Bed-Stuy too. Y'all in the house. Let's go. If you from Old Brooklyn. If you from Old Brooklyn, put something up. If you grew up in those projects. Bed-Stuy, you in it too. Ocean Hill, up the hill. Bushwick, what up? Crown Heights, Eastern Parkway, what up? Let's go. If you from the 90s, what up? And I don't mean the 1990s. If you from Brooklyn, you know what the 90s is. Let's go, y'all. Wow. 1786, rest in peace. R.I.P. 86, 1765, 1750. R.I.P. Prospect Plaza. Come on now, let's go, y'all. Salute. If you know anybody in the White Walls, from the White Walls, R.I.P. man. It's not the White Walls no more, it's Brown Walls now. But still, wow. We're bringing y'all back, man. We're bringing you back right now.
Maybe one day you'll be a star.
This your boy Uncle A's in the building. I am the original version. This is not a remix. This is not a copy. I am not making somebody else's story. I'm telling you how I lived it. Let's go. I can't front on y'all. Y'all can't front on me. You know why? Because I was there. Hey, let's go, y'all. You messing with the original version this morning. Unc's in the building. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Ain't too many of us left. Let's go. Write this down. Save this link. Tell your kids. I was hanging with Unc in the morning. Let's go, y'all. Brownsville, stand up. Let's go. Come on. Wow. Oh, this is crazy this morning. 5:53 in the morning, Unc in the building. Wow. 4:30. Yeah, I was that stood alone. Yeah, we stood alone. 4 Main House of Pain. That's what you call it. We lived in 4 Main. I lived in 4 Main, apartment 1C. Shout out to my whole building. Shout out to all the families in 430 Saratoga Avenue. I know 430 is something different now, but 430 stood tall. We held down the hill. My building right there. Rest in peace to all the souls, all the warriors from 430 Saratoga Avenue. Come on, y'all, salute. Shout out to 10 Amboy 1400. Let's go, y'all. Y'all don't know nothing about it. Yeah. This your boy Uncle A's in the building. I'm the original version, kid. Wow. Yeah. Ain't many of us left, but we still here. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. Let's go. Wow. Shout out to your first 300E. If you had a Mercedes-Benz 300E or your first BMW M3, the square ones. Shout out to the Jaguars. Hey, even shout out to Peugeots if you had a Peugeot. If you, all my Haitian community, my Jamaicans rocking those Peugeots. Let's go. Yeah, they got, I think there's a restaurant now called The Hill. There's something there. I think there's something called The Hill there. They named it The Hill. There's a new restaurant across from 430 called The Hill. I seen that the other day. Four Main House of Pain. That's right. 4 Main, Ja the Chef. You know what? And you know where I'm at, Ja. Ja was there. He's another original. Ja was there. Let's go, y'all. Come on. We're going Old Brooklyn today. Old Brooklyn. Let's go, Old Brooklyn. We're going Old Brooklyn today. Let's go, y'all. We're going Old Brooklyn today. Let's go. Grown Folk Tuesday, Day Party Tuesday, Block Party Tuesday, we call it. Shout to Bessie Head, Lincoln Terrace Park. Let's go, y'all. 178 Park, 55 Park. Let's go, y'all. Shout out up the hill, down the hill, Ocean Hill, all the way down to 10 Amboy, down to Cephalo Projects, down to Belmont. Let's go.
Remember the times we spent together, sharing the days in the sun.
No. I'm gonna say that right real quick. No. I love it though. I love everybody. I mean, that was a moment in time that'll never be. That was my childhood. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true original. I'm from there. And I love everybody there. You know what I'm saying? There's no space for me there no more. But I was there. That's where I come from. And I still hold that heart daily for me. Love it. So now I put my work in. I just go, you know what? Why not try to help? And that's what I'm doing now. But a lot of kids grew up like me. Before I let go. Come on, let's work, y'all. Come on, Unction in the building. And there wasn't too many me's out there to help. So let me help. Let's go. I made my bones in hip hop. I did all of my music bones. I went around the world and I'm still doing it. Now it's time to reach back.
You made me happy.
Woo! Good morning, everybody. I'm in the building. This you can get. Shout them out one time, 557 in the morning. All right, my MOP page. I'm going to see y'all later.
And I won't forget.
Big up in Ghana. The plazas was made in the very early 70s, maybe like 1972. I think they might have opened in 73, I think. I know we were one of the first families in there.
Before I let go.
I know we was one of the first families in there. Ghana, what's good?
We've had a good time. That's it.
Da, 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 da. Shout out to my whole Brownsville. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Shout out to a Cokie 900. Shout out to a Ballantine Ale, Old English 800. We know it wasn't good for you, but it was good back then. Let's go, y'all. I want to make sure. Hey, before I let go. Wow. You're talking to a true original today. I'm in the building.
No, I think.
Shout to my MLP First family, my OSG family. Wow. I've been to some bad places in the world that reminded me of Brownsville. Or maybe like back down in East New York, way in the back blocks over in East New York. That's what it reminded me. Wow. One more joint before we go into the show. I don't know if y'all, listen, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm getting busy this morning. Come on now. Woo! Ooh, I'm turning up this morning. I'm in the building. Come on, man. Put my hoodie on. Let's go. Oh, man. We turned up this morning. Let's go, Brooklyn. Let's go, Brooklyn. This is the part of the block party where even the gangsters be dancing. They be like, the gangsters be like, yo, I'm chilling. They be off to the side, and they be like, yo, yeah, go ahead, do that shit. Yo, do that shit. Yeah, even the gangsters is feeling it here. Wow. All right, my OSG page, my MOP page, I'll see y'all later. If the conversation gets relevant to hip-hop, I'll bring y'all back in. I love y'all, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit of where I'm from with y'all this morning. Love y'all. Have a great day. Wow. How nice was that, huh?
Hey Dad, it's Dahlia. Congratulations on your new show. I know how you get, so don't be too rough on it. Love you and good luck. Bye.
Love you
wow.
too,
Yeah.
Welcome to the Raw Perspective
with your host, the incomparable Uncle Laze, a.k.a. Laze Elliott, a.k.a. Lazy Laze from the world famous, kicking it with you in topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now, for your host, the legendary Uncle Laze.
Wow. What's up, y'all? It's your boy.
Hey, yo, Laze is rock. Yo, get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about.
Come on, man.
Information.
That's what we do. Y'all know what we do, right? We get information, invitation, inspiration. It's Uncle Laze, the true original. From the Raw Perspective Morning email. Shout to my OSG family. Shout to my MOP First family. Y'all don't even understand. I was I gotta say something. We was doing a thing. So I was backstage and the girl was yelling at me. And I was laughing at them. I was like, you don't even know how much of a G you talking to. I was looking at them. I was like, you don't even know who you're talking to. I guess they thought they were trying to motivate me, I guess. That was their instruction. I'm laughing at them. I'm like, look at these little motherfuckers. Yeah, I told Lace. I was like, did you go sit your little nothing doing, never did nothing ass down? I never have no problem. Sit your ass down. You little suburbanite. He's looking crazy. What the hell are you talking to? you know who you talking to? I'm like, I'm glad none of my MOP people be seeing that. They be like, they be ready to flip. They be like, what? Especially the women. The women don't have that. But you said what? I mean, I gotta laugh at them. They mean well. Let's give my shout outs this morning. Angela Severino, Kevin Mercer, Keoki Wooden, Johnson. Oh man, I love it. Lucky Tad, what up, Lucky Tad? Nina Mears, Derek Park, Scott Stewart, good morning. Fox Boogie on down. Good me. I've been I let Fox see you doing that. Gerald Stubbs, David Massett, Lady K Groves. I'd be like, oh, why'd you do that? Randy Tiana, Doc Ish, Katie Henry, good morning. Shaduna, Anthony Mosley, Millie Connor, good morning. Doug Russell, good morning. AJ Lorraine Smith, good morning. Brandon Best, good morning. J. Cat Barron, Tracy McGregor, good morning. Tracy T-Mac, what up, T-Mac? Irene Sweets, April Leon, good morning. Will Atkins, good morning. Jada Chef, good morning. Gary Delamar, good morning. Sin Panesh Patel, good morning. Nitty Green, good morning. Robert Wallen, Dorian and Paul Twomase, good morning, Paul. Doug Grammer, what up, Doug? Xavier Flo, good morning. Malik Small and Deion Turner. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. As we get ready for today, I'm going to do a little blackfacts.com in a minute, but I just want to get I want to get my dates together because I want to just announce, when it starts. So, we are, Ramadan. Salute to all the Islamic people, all my Muslim brothers and sisters as we get into Ramadan. This is a time of rejoice and prayer, and you guys get together and fasting and all that stuff. So salute to the Muslim community as Ramadan. Yes, salute to all those people. Yes. Please. Peace on earth. Peace be unto you. All right, all my people. All right, thank you very much. And that's a good time. It's funny how the holiday these times sort of, Ramadan moves around it's a lunar time of the year. So Ramadan does a little different than everything else. Oh man. Good morning, everybody. Alex in the building. Yo, big up from Ghana. What was the best and worst places? I've been to some terrible places in the world, but I've also been to some great places in the world. It's all about, listen, at the end of the day, if you've been to a terrible place and somebody lived there, it may not be terrible. It may be home, sweet home for them. You know what I'm saying? Home sweet home. Ain't nothing sweet down here. Guns pop for niggas to eat down here. That's a lyric. That's an MOP lyric. What may be somebody else's terrible place or what you may look like as a bad place, it may be somebody's home where their kids live at, where their kids grow up at. That's what you got to recognize that. I was in Stapleton Projects yesterday out in Staten Island, and I'm looking at the kids, And it's a different look when you ain't got nothing. You know, them kids living in a tough situation out there. Shout to Jody Contento, the principal out there at PS 78. And I met some really amazing people yesterday. And it was just a great time for me yesterday. And anytime I look at something, I see myself as an 8-year-old child out there. It really takes a lot for me. Because that's the real fight for me. I'm not trying to. There's no glorifying me as far as fame and all that stuff. I'm not really trying to get famous in this situation. If I did, I would have been doing that a long time ago. I'm a behind the scenes guy, so that really, really, really impressed upon me. So shout to them. That was great. That really impressed upon me. Little 8-year-old phenomenon. What I dealt with yesterday. I had a little meeting with him yesterday. Talked to him. The kid was nice, man. I was like, I was like, yeah, he's great. But unfortunately, you know, there's a lot of kids like that, you know what I'm saying, that's out there doing this thing. So, and his, you know, I'm not going to say his name, but he had a tragedy where he lost his mother. The young man lost his mother. She was young, tragic death, you know what I'm saying, early age. Again, goes to our communities where the kids are not getting the right health care, the right foods, the right, any kind of situation. And then, you know, but the thing about it was he didn't look down on it. He did what he had to do, and you could see his spirit fighting through it. I'm telling you right now, that kid's gonna be something special. What they ask our kids to live through is crazy. So the fact that they could do it. Let's go to blackfacts.com real quick. Speaking of, we're gonna blackfact.com today, March 28th. Wow, 28th of month. Man, this year we almost in the birthday month. Can I start that over? Let's go. March 28th, 1966. That's almost a month before I was born. Bill Russell became the first African-American boom. In his early years, Bill Russell struggled to develop his skills as a basketball player, though he was a good runner and jumper. He simply did not understand the game. He was cut from the team in junior high school. Bill Russell. Rest in peace. He just passed away not so long ago. Russell was ignored by college recruiters and received not one offer until Hal DeJulia from the University of San Francisco watched him play in a high school game. Wow. During his career, Russell supported the American Civil Rights Movement, spoke out against Vietnam War, and did much of that. He had come from lesser athletes and would have caused immediate controversy. Yes, he did cause controversy, but you know what? That's beautiful. He stood with Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, and those other guys. He won 11 NBA titles, 13 seasons, and he played with the Boston Celtics. He was named player coach of the Celtics in 1966. For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. And he also got the American Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama. Rest in peace to the legendary Bill Russell. Man, he's probably one of the greatest players of all time, Bill Russell, man. That's just a great thing. Wow. What a morning. I don't know if you guys got in early this morning, but I was jamming. I laugh at people, man. Y'all crazy. Trust me, man. Use this time on earth to do it the best you can. Represent what you love. Hold it down, this little blink, and make the most of every single day. This your boy Uncle in the building. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. Man, oh, what a great morning. So this morning, I got a little conversation for y'all this morning. I don't know if I should start it early. Maybe I should check on Ja first. Ja, where's my mathematics? Are you doing your treatment today? Are you doing your dialysis today? Ja the chef, he might be doing his dialysis today. That's why probably he hasn't given me today's mathematics. But Ja the chef, he is on kidney dialysis. He's another true original from my neighborhood, and he's out in Atlanta area taking care of his kidneys, trying to get healthy. So if Ja is doing his, I won't call you this morning, but I definitely want to. Yep, he's on it now. Okay, all right. So I'm not gonna call you while you're on your thing. So I'm not gonna bother you about today's mathematics, Ja. So I'll just go right into my conversation this morning, because I think this is an interesting conversation, and we may actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring back in the MOP page for this conversation this morning, because I think it's kind of relevant. and check it out. You're gonna hear this. This is interesting. So let's see if I can pull it up. Ba 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 ba. Okay, here we go. This is from Associated Press and ABC News and all this stuff. San Francisco, payments of $5 million to every eligible black adult. The elimination of personal debt and tax burdens guaranteed annual incomes of at least $97,000 for 250 years and homes in San Francisco for just $1 per family. In other words, this is an annuity for descendants of African slaves. Now, there weren't very many. I don't think that they had slaves in San Francisco. I think San Francisco was a gold rush town, but this is reparations, as San Francisco's putting it. It's going to be $5 million to every eligible black adult, the elimination of personal debt and tax burdens, guaranteed annual incomes of at least $97,000 for 250 years, and homes in San Francisco for just $1 per family. How about that? Oh, wait a minute. That's all the good part, right? There were more than 100 recommendations made by city-appointed reparations committee tasked at the thorny question of how to atone for centuries of slavery and systematic racism. And San Francisco Board of Supervisors, hearing the report for the first time Tuesday, voiced enthusiastic support for the ideas listed, with some saying money should not stop the city from doing the right thing. Money should not stop the city from doing the right thing. Several supervisors said they were surprised to hear pushback from political liberal San Franciscans. I'm not. Apparently unaware that the legacy of slavery and racist policies continues to keep Black Americans on the bottom rungs of health, education, and economic prosperity, and overrepresented in prisons and homeless populations. Those of my constituents who lost their minds about this proposal is not something we're doing or what we do for other people. It's something we're doing for our future, for everybody's collective future, said Supervisor Raphael Mandelman, whose district includes the heavily LGBTQ Castro neighborhood. Wow, this is interesting. The draft reparation plan released in December is unmatched nationwide and is specifically in breadth. The committee hasn't done an analysis of the cost of the proposals, but critics have slammed the plan as financially and politically impossible. Investment from Stanford University's Hoover Institution, which leans conservative, said it will cost each non-Black family at least $600,000. So this is what it says. How do you feel about the proposal to give every black person in San Francisco $5 million? Every eligible black person, they would have to trace your lineage. Obviously, there would have to be some work done to this conversation, but they would give you $500,000. And if you were to buy a home, it will cost you $1 to buy your home. That's an interesting proposition. Do you believe that the African Americans in this country should get reparations, number one? And do you believe that $5 million is a fair amount of money to give each and every African American person? Now, the tax burden on the non-whites in this, the non-blacks in this country, would be the non-African Americans would be about $600,000 over time per family. You wouldn't have to pay it in 1 year. It would just increase the tax bill to $600,000. Do you believe that that's something should happen? Chime into the chat. Let me know how you feel about that. And should not only African Americans get reparations, but should it be in a cash payout such as the one that they're talking about? And it's not like they're going to give you $5 million at one time. It's a $97,000 a year annuity that they would give you. Do you believe we should get that? Do you believe that we have suffered enough? And do you believe that this is the remedy for African Americans? And before we do that, let's find out who else got reparations from America. Before you chime in on that, let me give you some information. Because America has given reparation to other groups of people. So let's just see who got reparations. Who got reparations? Not for, Here's how it went. All right. Well, not African American reparations. They've tried that before. Native Americans have gotten reparation. Jewish Americans have gotten reparations, and Japanese Americans have gotten reparations. Question is, would it be fair for African Americans to get reparations? Will says, no, it's not fair, but it's something to start. I don't know. $5 million per family at this point. The problem that you're having with that conversation is that a lot of African Americans that are here are not specifically African American. They're not, like I know I can trace my family to South Carolina and Virginia, but a lot of African Americans in this country, what quoted black people in this country, they come from a lot of Caribbean countries, which was tied to Britain, France, and Spain. And those countries have to give reparations to their people. If you come from Jamaica, you would have to go to Britain. You know what I'm saying? If you come from, Haiti, you would deal with France or whatever the case may be. Dominican Republic, same thing. Puerto Rico, you would, America, but you would kind of deal with Spain because everyone has its own situation. So my question to y'all is this a fair? You know what? I really got to call. I need some intelligent conversation on this. So I need somebody to give me a perspective on this. And as much as I hate to do this, but I'm going to see if April can give me a conversation because this is really an interesting conversation. And if they pull it off, it's going to set a precedent for the rest of the country. If San Francisco, where there wasn't really slavery in San Francisco. San Francisco was a gold town where they would mine gold in San Francisco. So if San Francisco does this, you know what's going to happen for the rest of the country? You know what's going to happen for the rest of the country? It's going to be crazy. All right, I'm going to leave you alone, April. It's going to be an interesting conversation. Oh, I have to get, maybe Dr. D. Nice would get this one. Let me see if I call Dr. D. Nice on this one. Because she's from Jamaica, so that gives it even a more. Oh, let me see if I can get Tanya on this conversation. But let me try Tanya. Let me see if I can get a sister on the conversation. Because she graduated African American Studies at Syracuse University, so she has a very interesting insight on this conversation. TD?
Please leave your message for 9.
She's getting the kids together. Let me get Dr. D. Nice. How are you guys not up when we having this? This is such an interesting topic because this actually may happen. They're voting this in. I did call TD, but she's not up. This is a very interesting. I need some perspective from somebody who understands the African American struggle. Now, I know what I'm going to get from Dr. D. Nice on this conversation. This is from Dr. D. Good morning, Dr. D. Nice. Now, listen. I didn't play your music this morning because I have a very serious conversation for you this morning.
Okay, what you got?
So let me bring you up to speed because obviously you may not have heard this. Okay, so
no, I didn't.
Yeah, no worries. I got you. I'm going to repeat the story for all of my people that have been listening to the story. In San Francisco, the United States is working on paying out. The San Francisco board is opening reparations, and they're going to pay out $5 million to African Americans, eligible African Americans in the country. The San Francisco supervisors expressed support for ambitious reparations that would include a $5 million lump sum payment for each eligible Black person, among other measures. And then it would give, it would guarantee annual incomes of $97,000 per year for 250 years and homes in San Francisco for $1 per family. Do you know about this?
No, I have not. You're the first person to. Oh my goodness, I had not heard about that.
This is a very interesting story. Let me tell you why it's interesting. What's interesting about the story is that, let's say if they do that and they would set a precedent in San Francisco where it wasn't really a lot of slavery in San Francisco. There was indentured servitude.
Well, that was my first thought. I was like, what slave was over there? But carry on.
Yeah. Who's DP? Who she said called DP? Yeah. So now my question to you is that something that you would support?
On first impression? Well, you know how I feel about reparations. That's just a trap. They're not giving that out because they don't expect to get something. That screams trap. That screams turn people into dependents so that they're more obliged to do what you want them to do. That is my whole issue. So
right,
that's my first take. What is it for them? Because governments don't do things out of the kindness of their heart. That's just not how the world works.
Well, let me just say this to you. And I understand your point of view, but other people have gotten reparations. The Japanese have gotten reparations. The Native American Indians and even the Jewish community have gotten reparations in some way from the United States government. My question to you is, why wouldn't it be right for African Americans or the descendants of African American slaves?
It's sus to me, okay? It's straight sus. Maybe, and once again, I have not had time to process this. This is what you're
No, I got you, in all fairness.
But my first thought, as you were sharing this with me, I'm just like, San Francisco? Like, how does that work? Were there any people living in San Francisco during the time of slavery?
Well, yeah, they used it as gold mining. They would go out there and search for gold and all that kind of stuff, San Francisco.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm gonna stick by me and saying it's suspicious. I don't trust it. I think it's a what's in it for me.
So you don't disagree with it? With how should the country repay African Americans for the years of indentured slavery, redlining, and all the stuff that they did from the government? Now we're talking about, how do you repay them?
I don't think they need to.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's a
I mean, if there are people,
wow.
If there are people out there that want to pursue it and halt their life in pursuit of that, that's their business. I don't think it's an absolute must.
I don't think they have to stop their life to pursue it. I don't think they're stopping their life to pursue it. I think what's happening is it's just going to happen.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are. They're holding it until we get reparations. We will not. You hear a whole lot of that talk. And
not do what? Not live your life, not pay your bills, not
blank. Fill it in with whatever you hear people say. You can Google and see people, until we get reparations, we won't do this and that and devil knows what. I don't think it's necessary. And unfortunately, I think it's a mental shackle for us. You feel because you're owed something, you cannot do something else. I don't think it's needed. You know how I feel about that. I really feel it.
Well, also you're not traditionally African American though. You're from Jamaica.
I mean, there was slavery in Jamaica. They didn't give out any reparations. You just have to keep living. It just is what it is. I'm not saying. I mean, if people want to go for it, go for it. But what I hear a lot is people hanging so much value to this, feeling that without it, there was.
I mean, Dr. D, it's $5 million. It's $5 million. That's a lot of value.
You know what?
Yeah.
So listen, they get the reparations and watch and see. I promise you, that is just not how governments and politicians work. They are not giving this out of the kindness of their hearts. There is something that they intend to get from the Black community because of this.
Really?
Guaranteed, 100%.
Really.
Well, you know that you're a businessman. You've been in the music business. People don't do stuff like that out of kindness.
Well, no.
You've been around.
Yeah.
You've been around powerful people enough to know that is not how life works.
No, I know. But listen, nothing is ever given freely. Things are always, I mean, at the end of the day, there has to be some pressure that's telling you that we need to do something. They've got to do something. They've got to. I mean, I believe they should do something for the African American people in this country. I'm not saying African Americans should wait around and get it. I mean, don't hold your breath. But I'm saying that there should be something done for the African American people. It would be unfair, and it has been unfair, that you don't do something for the people that you've held back purposefully over the last 250 whatever years. So, and especially when the government made a promise. I'm not talking about the average Joe that works on his job every day. I'm talking about, the government held back the African American people. Redlining, if you want to know what redlining was, we will not allow you. This was a government policy. We will not allow you to move in areas that we given white people no income loans on, no interest loans on. They can buy homes. Home ownership is one of the best ways that you can build wealth. These African Americans were not allowed to build wealth. So at the end of the day,
have a good day. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Big boy leaving the car. Have a good day.
Okay, I'm talking to people. At the end of the day, that is a real conversation. And so this could be something serious.
Yeah. Listen, slavery was unfair. The treatment of black people was unfair. All these things were absolutely unfair. That is not even what that we agree 100% on that.
Right.
It's not fair. It was bad.
Right.
I think there's too much energy, the same energy that's being put into getting reparations, they can put into helping our young black people in the inner city that need immediate help now. I don't know.
I like that.
I don't think it's needed. There's so many more things that rank to me. There's so many more things that rank in the hierarchy of black people's needs. That reparation is not one of them, especially because I'm 100% positive it's going to come with conditions.
Everything comes with conditions.
Whether it be obvious conditions or subtle things that end up being like buying the African American loyalty because they know on a subconscious level, all of a sudden now they're going to feel some sort of allegiance to somewhere or something.
Yeah, but right now they're getting their. Well, hold on, Dr. D. Nice. They're getting their loyalty for nothing now. At the end of the day,
you got a point there.
Right now they're getting their loyalty for nothing. African Americans are loyal by far. African Americans are loyal to the United States of America, and they fight in the wars. They are police. They work in government. They're very active in the United States of America. The African Americans, they're not loyal to Africa, but en masse, the United States African Americans, they're not loyal to, because they don't know where they're from. They're usually mixed up. So you don't know who to be loyal to. I'm going to be loyal to Nigeria, Ghana. Am I going to be loyal to Mali? Am I going to be loyal to Angola? I don't know, because I am born specifically. I am a resident of the United States of America for the last, my family's been here for hundreds of years. So at the end of the day, they are loyal to America. My question to you is, then why shouldn't they get some sort of reparations for the damage that the country has done to this population of people? Everybody else is getting it.
Okay. Well, if everybody else is getting, go for it. I personally put none of my energy into it. Quite honestly,
Jadashev says reparations will make the American dollar crash and China will take over the country. Your dollar will be worthless.
I don't think it's needed for Black Americans to move forward in life. I mean, here we are. We're getting free education. We're getting, and what are we doing with that?
Tell that to the free K through 12, but then college costs.
Yeah, but even the K through 12, what are we doing with that? You heard the Lord Jesus, the chancellor. What we're doing with
Chancellor David Banks. Chancellor David Banks.
Yeah. What are we doing with the opportunities for education? I mean, here I'm gonna give you two exampos. Uncle A's.
Yeah.
That I went
Dr.
to.
D, that sounds like she don't like black people.
Oh no.
I'm only joking with you.
Oh I just feel that the solutions we're looking to are not the solutions that's going to get us where we need to go. I mean, we go to OSG and we talk about how education is going to be what brings the kids up. And then you look, the other day, let me give you an example. The other day I went to a school, they asked me to come there and give a presentation. And afterwards, one of the assistant principals asked me, you know what, we have these certain hours, about an hour a month, that I would love for you to come in and just be like a mentor to a certain set of students, because they're here in this school that's almost like a magnet school. There's a digital program. Right. There is a program that you can learn how to do construction. There's like all these programs, like a magnet school. And unfortunately, the kids, none of them are taking advantage of it. They rather come to school. If they come, they rather complain about how everybody is racist. They rather complain about all those things and not take advantage of the situation they're in.
So for the people that have just wait a minute, Doc. For the people
I'm just
listen. This is just a time check. For the people that are coming in to the chat to the show this morning, I just want to tell you we're talking about in San Francisco, and this was reported by ABC News, and this is something that a very interesting story in San Francisco. The San Francisco board is open to pay reparations with $5 million payouts to African Americans, eligible Black Americans, in San Francisco, and therefore setting a precedent for reparations. I'm talking to Dr. D. Nice about it. I'm talking to her about should Black people get reparations in this country, and if San Francisco does this, does that set a precedent and gives us a template for the rest of the country? And is that a good thing for African Americans to get reparations or a bad thing? And if so, how much damage would it do to the American economy to give $5 million lump sum payments to each eligible African American as a repayment for the struggles of our American ancestors? There you go. Let's just clean that up.
You got it out. You got it out.
Yeah, I got it out. I mean,
it's a mouthful.
That was a mouthful, but it is a mouthful of a conversation, because if they do it, if they do it, it's a big conversation. I mean, and you make
some. Fix the problem. You've seen all those people that come into a windfall of cash. Their life is destroyed. They end up just blowing it on foolishness.
But I think that's why you need reparations. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, wait a minute, let me just say this to you. Let me just say this to you. I think you're talking, and listen, first of all, Dr. D. Nice is a brilliant person. Dr. D. Nice, I think you're brilliant. But let me just say this to you. I think you're coming from a very shallow point of view. You're coming from a very shallow angle. If you really do your research and understand that the wealth being built by the rest of the country over the last 100 years was because that's why the economics are so much stronger in the United States for the non-Black and non-brown people in the United States, because they had a head start. It's like starting a race, and you give a person a gun, you hold everybody back, and you let them go run the race. The American immigrants that came over from Italy, Germany, and France in the early 1870s to 1900s, they were immediately going right into working for the government. They worked for the police. They were setting up, and they were building cities and infrastructure in the government. So they immediately was accepted because of their skin color in the government's payout to, we're going to take care of these people. The African Americans who were here were looked over. They were looked over. So you're saying to me that there shouldn't be some kind of situation set up for those people that was looked over? That's the question I have for you, Dr. D. Nice.
What I'm saying to you is, I don't care. I don't think it's going to solve our problem.
Doctor, she said she don't care.
It's not going to solve our problem. Plain and simple. As far as, that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I'm going to have Dr. D. Nice hierarchy of what's going to help the black people, and throwing money at it is not going to help it.
Laszlo's hierarchy of needs, but you got Dr. D. Nice. How is that going to help us? For those that understand, Laszlo's hierarchy of needs is like, basically this says, if you give everybody enough to get going, then we should be okay. Basically, like just give them enough. The basic needs, food, stuff like that. Prince McJunkin says, that's a great point. What does the good doctor suggest? How do you, what is your counter to this conversation, Dr. D. Nice?
What is my counter? My counter is, I'm going back with what OSG says. We need to take advantage of the things that are currently in place. There's education that our kids do not take advantage of. I mean, I didn't finish giving my example, but
okay, go ahead. I apologize.
Even the public school, there's also a private school that I work with where their parents are spending thousands of dollars to get their black kids into this environment. And those black kids, instead of taking advantage of it, they come together and don't want to. They don't want to go take the golf class. They don't want to network. They just rather sit together and whine and complain about this, that. They don't have black food in the cafeteria.
Hold on, wait a minute. That's a little harsh. So let me explain to you why it's harsh.
No, I'm telling you, Uncle Ace, this is what is happening. The things that are right there in place for us right now to take advantage of us
Good morning,
our
Izzy.
people, black people, are not taking advantage of it.
Wait a minute.
They're not.
Wait a minute. Let me just say this to you, Doc. It's because maybe they haven't been exposed to the what's normal in most other parts of society. You have to understand.
Okay, so you're going to throw money at that? You're going to throw reparations, don't fix that?
Well, yeah, because what it could potentially do, it could create a wealth caste in the African American society where they can normalize and they can catch up to the wealth gap that's in the United States. It may not be the first generation, it may be the next generation, but we can put some normalcy to wealth. There is no net for the average. Wait, let me just say this to you. Besides civil work or working in the school system or having a pension for most African American women, for the most part, African Americans don't have a net. There is no safety net for African Americans in this country for the most part. For most of other Americans, non-black and non-brown Americans, there is some sort of social safety net for them, whether it be home ownership, whether it be years of wealth. Building ability that, if you have a house that passes through your generations for 3 or 4 generations, building wealth on that, you have a place. If you need to get married, if you need to go to college, there is a funding source. But in African Americans, most of these kids are building school student loan debt because there is no funding source for them to go do these things. And what you're saying, Dr. D. Nice, with all due respect, you're saying, so what? And pick your boots up, go get it. While the country is still beating on you because of your skin color. That I think is something. I'm not saying that you got to stop moving. I mean, it's not that drastic. I'm saying that you got to take into account that the damage that was done to the African Americans by the government. You got to take that into account. You got to at least be like, okay, you know what? We did kind of.
No. So now you're saying, I see what happened. It's not like I didn't think racism existed and slavery existed. It existed and it happened. My solution is just not sitting there waiting for reparations. It's not going to help. Hello?
Yeah. HBUs are full of...
I don't think it's going to help. I don't think it's going to help.
You're getting a little flack here. You're getting a little flack. You're getting a little flack back. They're giving you some flack here. They're saying HBUs...
Of course they are. Of course they are. Because that's why... You called me because I have a different perspective.
Yes, I did. I do.
That's why you called me, because you wanted the chat to blow up, and let's do it. Let's do it. I'm here for all that smoke.
No. But
spend that resource, spend that time to teach our kids to read. Spend that time and that resource to teach the value of family. Take that time for that. What we have right now.
So I've
even told you before, if you're going to have reparations, don't just go cash at people's hand like that. Set up real proper programs that really look at the issues that's going on in the black community and fix those things.
Okay,
get
so
them fathers out of jail. Get them fathers off the street and out the gang. Send that money to create those kind of programs.
Well,
don't be throwing money at some people like that.
Okay, give me a second. Let me hold on.
You got me fired up. I'm ready.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wouldn't you believe that the reason why we have the gangs and all these other things going on in these neighborhoods where the kids are tearing down the neighborhoods is because they don't own it? It's not theirs. I mean, they're fighting for a neighborhood. They're already trying to represent projects where their mama's renting in these projects. These are perpetual renters, grandmothered and grandfathered in renters. There's no ownership in these conversations. So if you don't own anything, why would you want to protect a neighborhood you don't own? And then if you incarcerate, if you don't have to go out there and hustle and do the things that you normally do as a child, you don't start that train of incarceration as a young kid. If you fund the neighborhood enough, they have enough money to repel some of those economic influences that will cause you to grow up like a tough kid in Brownsville. You would change your life a little bit if you had the ability to do something. I know most people do things not because they want to, but because they have to and they don't have options. But if you got money to pay into your school district because you can pay the tax dollar that you can pay into because you got enough money, guess what? Your schools will get better. Remember, we're relying on the government to pay for some of these schools, while in some of the more affluent neighborhoods, they have $800 million endowments that are put down by the community and the and some of the former students, the alumni. So understand me, even a school like Howard University with a very high endowment, it still means nothing to some of the Ivy League schools or even the big schools like Alabama and all that other stuff. So you have to understand there is an economic factor to it.
Hey, Dr. D-Nice hierarchy, reparations don't rank. I feel that's not where we need to be putting our black energy right now. Our black energy can be used to benefit our community in ways.
So you're saying either or. You're not. I'm saying yes and. Like I'm saying yes and. You're saying either or. Prince McJunkin says.
Here's my thing. It's not like, okay, go ahead, read what
Hold on for a second. Dr. D-Nice, I just want to say, this is Lindsay. I just think that you are spot on. Wait a minute. Lindsay. That's Lindsey Graham. And the real Lindsey Graham, stay out of this conversation. This is a black conversation. Let me talk to Dr. D-Nice. Prince McJunction, this is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Dr. Read Bullwhip Days. Our community has a myriad of issues, and I'm fired up to do, Doctor. You're doing too much. Are they pissing? You pissing? You pissing people off, Doc.
Doc, hey, you know what? That's why you called me. I'm doing my job.
Yes, you're doing your job. You're firing people up. They are fired up.
They're fired up. And I hope everybody that's fired up, that is out there doing something right now and not waiting for reparations to come to help our community.
Are you suffering from it ain't happened to me, so it ain't happening? You know what I'm saying? Are you suffering? Because we do that a lot. A lot of times we'll sit back and go, like, if our situation is good, right, we'll be like, well, I'm good. So, I've heard that from the best people. I've been in a conversation with some people who are like the best people in the world. And I've heard them say these words out of their mouths. Yeah, but I'm good. Like, well, wait a minute. It's not just about you. It's about everybody else, too. Everybody else.
Hey, I wish that was, if that was the case, when I came here about 6 years ago, I made the decision to cut my job down to working part-time. I'm a whole doctor. Right now, I could be making double how much I make. But right. I cut down to working part-time, specifically just to help young people to understand. I go into schools and I talk to people for free. Right. I'll talk to any person, motivate them. Right. No, I'm like, I know what's needed for our community. My solution is not the only solution, but everybody kind of that made it, got out in the streets.
Well, you talk about the hierarchy. Wait, Doc, you talk about the hierarchy of needs. What you're saying right now, you have the hierarchy of choice. And that is something that you got to pay attention to. You as a doctor, and God bless you, you did all this work. You did everything you had to do. You came here, picked up your bootstraps, come from Jamaica, you come here, you raise a family, you do all the things you need to do, and then you get your MD and you treat patients, and then you move to a place where you're a good old country doctor, but you have what we call the hierarchy of choice. What I'm saying to you is a lot of kids in our community, like in Stapleton, where I was yesterday in Staten Island, over there, a lot of these kids don't have that hierarchy of choice in their lives. And what I think reparations can do, if you allow me, reparations can do what it can do. It can also give them the opportunity of choice. And you know what? Let them blow the money for a few years. I mean, go ahead, go out there and bug out, blow the money, do what you have to do, but you have the opportunity of choice. I don't think that your conversation gives value to the opportunity of people that do not have a voice, that do not have choice in our community. I think that's something. Yep.
Dr. Baez said something that really stuck in my head at the OSG conference. It says, happiness is not having what you want. It's wanting what you have. What are we doing as a community with what we have in place right now? What I'm saying is we're spending so much energy trying to get these reparations where them kids are in school and cannot read.
Don't you think that?
They're in school and are not learning.
Let me ask you.
That's where we need to put our energy. Those families are being torn apart daily. That's where we need to put our energy. Them kids are on TikTok all the time. They are having these people with no values to teach them how to be human.
Well, first of all, 150.
That's where we need to put our energy.
150 million Americans are on TikTok. So I think TikTok is an anomaly. But let me just say. I'm throwing
it all out there.
You got to throw it all out there. But let me just say this to you. Prince McDuncan says, great point, and he came from Ghana. My good sister from Jamaica, you have an identity, you have a flag. So your what he's saying is basically your thought process is different because you come from a place where you have a culture. Kimberly says she wants her money. She wants her money.
Is reparations going to bias the culture then? Is reparations going to fix that?
No, I don't think reparations bias you.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. We're spending so much time looking at this reparation thing. And it ends up being a circular conversation.
It's not a circular conversation.
It is because there's a lot of people that in the circle.
Listen. Talking loud and saying nothing doesn't matter. Dr. D-Nice, here's the deal. The point is, reparations' job is to repair. It is to repair damage that is done to a people. That's why the Indians got reparations. They built casinos.
Where are they? Are they better off? Are the Indians better off?
Let me tell you something. If you was a tribe in the Mohegan tribe up there in Connecticut right now, you automatically a millionaire. You automatically a millionaire.
Listen, has it paid off? So as a medical doctor, I did some of my training on an Indian reservation. Has it paid off?
Well, maybe 20. Maybe 20 years. Wait a minute. Maybe 20. Hold on, Doc. Maybe 20 years ago, when you were going through medical school, it was different. But when they started opening the casinos, I'm not saying it's perfect, but those people started creating. If you go up there now, they're making a lot of money up there. Those casinos are making a lot of money. Yeah.
How much? 2% of the slaves really dig into the Native American community and find out what's going on in their community.
Dr. D-Nice.
Do some more research on what that's gotten them. Don't play with me with that one.
All right, Dr. D-Nice. That's your opinion. That's your perspective. And we love Dr. D-Nice. Oh, my gosh. All right, we're getting the road after this. Her name is D-Nice.
Have a good day.
Do me a favor, Dr. D-Nice. If they give you reparations, could you just give me your reparations then? I'll just take yours. Don't spend the money.
I got you.
All right, Dr. D-Nice. Talk to you later. Her name is D-Nice. She don't want no reparations. Well, yo, wow. Is my head spinning like y'all head spinning? Let's get in the road. I want this money. Give me my money. Let's get my money. Yo, oh my God, poor Dr. D. Let me just explain something to you. A lot of people from Jamaica think like that, though. A lot of people that come from like Jamaica and all that stuff, they think like it's painful. Yo, man, yo, but that's how a lot of people in the country think. Yo, I was like, yo, and Dr. D Nice is brilliant, right? She's a beautiful person, brilliant, man. She's no dope. She's no dope. She's no joke, man. Country doctor, man. Smart as a whip, man. Amazing person. Great heart, great spirit. But in her mind, she believes that, listen, she had a hard way to go. She had to go do what she had to do. Why can't you? That's what she's saying. She's saying, why can't you do it? I did it. Why can't you do it? Everybody don't handle trauma the same. All right. Some people handle trauma by pushing through. Some people handle trauma by succumbing to. And we have historical trauma in the African American community. And that's what happens. And that overall, it has to be repaired. People should stop talking about what we're going to do with the money owed to us. How is exactly? Oh, yeah. See, now this is why. All right. My last call today, I'm going to call Kimberly. Oh, man. Yo, Dr. D. Dr. D Nice, man. I'm telling you, man, you should be. I guarantee you Dr. D Nice is going to vote for Trump. When Trump come back, Dr. D Nice is going to vote for Trump, man. I'm telling you right now. I love her, though. I ain't mad at that.
Good morning,
Good morning, Kimberly Robinson. Oh, my gosh. Yo, Kim. Wow. I love my sister, Dr. D Nice, but come on, man.
I love listening to her. When
$5 million. You get that $5 million. You say, wait a minute. Do me a favor. Stop telling me how I'm going to blow this money. Give it to me, and then we can talk about it. Give me my money. DJ Supreme, good morning. Give me this bread. Give me the bread. Give me the $5 million.
That's right. Give me the loot. All I'm saying is,
give me the loot. Give me the loot. And then we'll talk about me messing it up.
That's right.
They didn't say that when they was giving out plots of land to European settlers that came to the United States, immigrants that came to the United States and said, we're going to give you this. Go out. If you get there, we'll give you this plot of land. They didn't say, what you going to do with the land? Are you going to mess up the land? No, they said, that's your land and you do what you do with it. While they were settling Portland, Oregon, they was settling. Oh, man. Why everybody got to babysit black people?
Right. Mind your business.
Why are you worrying about what I'm doing with my money? Don't worry about what I'm doing with my money. I'm going to go outside and throw it out in the street. Hey, how about that? I'm going to go out there and do what I'm going to do with it. Why are you worrying about it?
Whatever we do, money is going to filter back into the economy.
Right.
So either way, we're good.
Right. That's the point I'm making. But that, Dr. D Nice does something that a lot of people don't understand. She really speaks to the really deficit mindset of African American, of black people. We feel like we don't deserve it. That's what she's saying. We don't give us land, then not money. Well, you can buy land when you got money. But Dr. D Nice speaks to the deficit. Well, William Atkins says black people are worth more than $5 million. They're always buying us cheap. Oh, yeah, not true too. That's true too. That's true too. But
I'll take that 5.
I take that 5 though. We'll take the 5. I mean, the 5 is an effort. You know what I'm saying? Because you can build something. If you're a person that don't have $5 million, you can use it to build something. When you got money in your Think about the differences. Let's go to, I was in Stapleton yesterday in Staten Island, Shaolin. Shout out to the Shaolin Island, shout out to Staten Island. And there's a poor project in Stapleton on Hill in Staten Island. Those kids are so poor, they don't know no different. They don't know anything. Yeah. The parents are poor. It's a depressed area. People are mad. There's shootings. They're shooting at the schools. Like, it's crazy out there, right? Imagine if you put money into that neighborhood and changed the lives of those people and taught them how to buy and own homes. Of course, there would be some sort of education with them, some financial literacy. When you have this money, there will be ways that you can put it back into society the right way and you can live your life. Why would you be mad if you got $5 million and she spent a little bit of time at the Gucci store? Mama is tired. Mama tired. Doctor said, I got my 40 acres. Y'all get your own 40 acres. Mama is tired. I'm going to need to go get me some nice shoes, and maybe I need to party a little bit just to get off, because I've been struggling trying to put this food together, and I'm getting free food from the school. And don't you think that if you had this money, the schools would be better, because you would have to pay money to really make your schools better? You can put money into the school. So now doing regular stuff is not a pain in the ass. Do you know how much effort you got to do regular stuff in school? Like getting the right amount of books, getting the right amount of media, getting the right amount of stuff that you need, getting people to come in and help your kids, making sure your kids got food, coats in the wintertime, just regular stuff for poor Black kids. And most of these kids are in a shelter. That would erase poverty on a level that's ridiculous. I mean, you gotta listen. A 7-year-old kid who lives in a shelter, you can't tell him pick up your bootstraps because you're 7 years old and you live in a shelter. You can't do that. He didn't choose to be in the shelter. It's crazy.
And like as you just said, there's stipulations to it. Somebody should have to, before you get money, go to a financial literacy class or something like that.
But they got to do something. They got to do something because that could, that could be a situation where you can't control certain things that you don't understand. We don't understand how a lot of people don't. Even the rich ones now, even the rich guys today that go broke. Right? The rappers, the athletes. When you go to the NBA, right? Just to give you a perfect example. When you go to the NBA, when you get your first big NBA check, they sit you down and they teach you. They have classes on how to manage your money. They teach you how to manage your money. There are enough African-American financial. Go to see Denise McKeezy. There are enough African-American financial wizards that can sit y'all down and have classes on how to protect your money, how to invest your money, how to stimulate the American economy, because we're going to spend the money. Black people going to spend the money. Black people going to party. We're going to spend the money. But there's got to be a way.
I already know what I'm wearing.
But Dr. D. Knight said, now you're all saying education. I think Dr. D. Knight's missed. See, that's the thing, Dr. D. You're very smart, but you missed the entire point. The money is not to spend. The money is to educate and uplift the community, giving them resources. It's resources to educate and uplift the community. Because remember, if everybody's a millionaire, money don't mean nothing. How about that? If everybody's a millionaire, money don't mean nothing. But if you give this small percentage, remember, African Americans only 12% of the population, right? So you give this small percent of the population, and you wouldn't give all of them that. You would probably the reparations would probably only go to about 5 to 7%, maybe 8% of the population would get that kind of money, and then they would have to then use it to stimulate the economy and make better the lives of all the other people that come here. It's just Doc is not from here. Go ahead, Kim. I'm sorry.
And we win.
Kim, I just want this money, man. Stop playing with me. She said, give me that bread.
Because I am going to take the first 100,000 and do something real crazy. And then, then the rest of it, I'm going to invest.
Yeah. There might be a moment, you know what I'm saying? The liquor stores is going to go up. Everybody's going to. This is for my MOP page. Hey, for my MOP page. Let's get this money. MOP page. Let's get this money. Stop playing. Why y'all messing with me? Well, stop playing. Let's get this money. Let's get it going. Let's get this money, man. Let's stop playing with me. Let's stop messing around with me. Let's get this money.
And we'll buy the best.
Give me this money. I'm sorry, Dr. D. Nice.
You're that concept. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Give me this money. Turn it up. Give me that money. Give me the money. All right, I'm only joking. I'm only keep phone cut off. Black people invested more in land and businesses. It would be a lot of us not really educated. No. Listen, at the end of the day, here's the deal. There's no. We could talk around it. All right, let me go back to the regular music I was playing. I'm having fun, so let's not take it too serious. I don't think that they're actually going to give. I'm sorry. I don't think they're actually going to give money to African Americans. I don't think it's going to happen. I think its forces are going to stop it. So I want to be real before I end the show today. But it was an interesting conversation. It's one of those, you ever see the what ifs with the Marvel shit? It's a what if. That one drop of blood. All right, that one drop of blood rule should change that percentage. Yeah, exactly. That would change that percentage, right? It's not just Jamaicans or Dr. D-Nice. As a Jamaican that grew up in America, I personally knew that a lot of Americans that hated the phrase affirmative action. There were also a lot of black militant people who felt segregation ruined black people. That's a different conversation, Ganja Bobby. That's a different conversation. Segregation did ruin black people. In a sense, integration made black people feel that what they were doing was inferior, but that's an entirely different conversation. Good point, but a different conversation. And that one drop, that one drop of blood will get a lot of white people who all of a sudden they're gonna be showing up. No, wait a minute, I'm black too. A lot of white people are gonna be like, now all of a sudden it's gonna be cool to be black. Yes, segregation did mess it up for us. With all due respect to Dr. Martin Luther King. Segregation did mess it up for us because ultimately black people were building their own societies within America, and like places like Harlem, Oklahoma, even Oklahoma built itself back up to become a aspiring black community. So yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? These things happen. Interesting show today. Funny. Dr. D-Nice is amazing. Thank you, Dr. D-Nice, for fighting the good fight. But you are from Jamaica. You don't know what you're talking about. Thank you very much. Shout out to all my Jamaican people out there, because you have struggled too. And Jamaican people, you should definitely, Ganja. See, again, it's interesting. Ganja Baby is from Ghana, and the perspective is different. But in all fairness, when the communities, with the Jewish communities, with the suffering they did in World War II, they were given their country back. They were given Israel. And the Japanese, after World War II, were given reparations from what happened to them when they dropped the bomb on Japan. In all fairness, why is it unfair or wrong for African Americans to get reparations when other people have gotten reparations? Ganja Baby from Jamaica. So you Jamaicans have the same, England owes you a debt, to be honest with you. Yeah. England owes you a debt. MLK even apologized for leading his people into a burning building. He meant well, but it just wasn't realistic. That's very true. That's very true. Very, very true. Segregation was not the greatest. Integration was not great because we made the presumption that our stuff wasn't valuable, and it had to be the white people's stuff that was valuable as opposed to us loving ourselves and our stuff. Great conversation this morning, Ladies, for the Raw Perspective Morning Emails. What a great conversation. Thank you, Dr. D-Nice, for coming in here and fighting a good fight. Surprising I didn't get April on here this morning, but April says I'm gonna leave that alone. Jamaicans should have received their own reparations as well. Aren't they asking for it from England? Yes, they are. And that's another conversation that we should have later. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Let's continue to have these great conversations. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. And it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Did MLK, well, I'm going to leave on this. I'm going to answer this way. What you realize today is racism. Most African Americans, what we realize is more of a microaggression in comparison to what racism was in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, black people didn't have any kind of conversation. They had no help. I mean, there were things happening to African Americans. There were lynchings and all the other stuff that was going on that was legal. The police will come to your house and get you and kill your father. These are things that, we have, like we're flipping over George Floyd and all that other stuff, but that used to happen every day back then. So think about Dr. Martin Luther King having to do what he had to do just to keep us alive. That's how heavy it was. That's how real it was back then. As a guy of a certain age, I remember being smacked by a cop and I couldn't say nothing. And I'm an 9-year-old kid. There was such disdain for African Americans in this country. They hated us so much that they taught us to hate ourselves. I'm saying it's real. Understand. Hindsight is always 20/20. He did what he had to do based on what he had to deal with. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. Jamaicans are not asking for reparations. A couple of rosters maybe, but not the whole Jamaica. Well, Jamaica's got its own problems dealing with China, dealing with the bauxite problem that you guys got over there. You know, where you got to tearing up the island for bauxite, and most of the islands in squalor. The jar is almost in the toilet. If you really want to talk about Jamaica, I know what's going on in Jamaica. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. We'll come back to this tomorrow. We'll talk about something new tomorrow. Obviously, every day we got some good stuff to talk about. Keep rising to the top. Keep rising, y'all. Keep rising. Ain't no half supper, y'all. This your boy Uncle Ace in the world respected. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk tomorrow. Thank you, Dr. D Nice. I thought that was great.
Cool in the shade. Drink a little bit of lemonade.
Interesting conversation.
I wanted this to be special, something more than any other feeling that you felt before.
I'll see y'all later.
Girls,